Brick fans, I am about 15 bags in on the Lotus Exige from CADA, and I've come across a problem. One that I haven't come across to this level on any previous CADA set. And that is, I now can't tell the difference between CADA and LEGO. Over the last 6 months, I've been inundated with questions both in DMs and on the comments of a lot of my posts, asking the question, is CADA really that good? How do they compare to LEGO? How much worse are they? Because surely they can't be as good as LEGO at these 1/8 scale Technic cars. And in the past, once I'd built the AMG 1 and the YangWang U9, and my personal favourite to this point, the Mazda RX-7, I'd kind of said they're about 90% there. You can definitely tell it's not a LEGO set, but it's still a hugely enjoyable build, a few unique parts, and there's actually even more unique parts on the Lotus Exige, but still LEGO is the daddy. But then I opened the box and started building the Lotus Exige. No motors on this set, which means it's proper old school traditional Technic, which definitely puts it in the same category as a traditional LEGO set. As much as the motors are nice on these sets and they add something that other brands don't have, they do take away from the build experience when you're getting right into the nitty gritty of some of the details. This particular set doesn't have any of that. So it really is just like an old school Technic set. From a build experience perspective, genuinely, I forgot at every point that this isn't a LEGO set. The way it goes together is so reminiscent of the last Technic set I built, which was the McLaren P1. The instructions are so accessible. They are so easy to follow. One stage per page, which compared to some of the other alternative brands is just light years ahead. The detailing on this with the printed Lotus badge, engine cover, again the little manual shifter reminiscent of the original early noughties car, the double suspension struts, which was a massive thing for the Lotus Exige back in the day. Obviously I'm nowhere near completion, the front axle is still half done sitting on my dining room table, but at this point this is shaping up to be my favourite CADA build so far. Will it stay that way by the end? I think it probably will. If the first 3 stages are anything to go by, this is a genuinely groundbreaking set for CADA. And I'll tell you what really makes me believe that this has got closer to LEGO than any other set they've ever produced: the speed at which I'm getting through it. Some argue that they like to take their time with their sets, and trust me, I'm in that category. I don't normally get a lot of time to build each day. But with some of the sets I've built recently, it's taken me so long just to get through one stage. I've spent a couple of hours this weekend, actually no, it's probably more than that, but just in one weekend I've got through 3.5 stages of this thing, which just hasn't happened on previous alternative brand builds. And that tells me that this set is a lot more of an accessible build experience than perhaps some of the previous CADA sets in the past. To me, that puts them on the same level as the current benchmark setter for this type of build, which is quite possibly the highest compliment I can pay CADA as a brand.